Welcome to the last day of Koper and of course finals time. But before we show you the action from that, at the last climbing club we caught up with gold medalist Janja Garnbret, and today it's the turn of Toby Roberts. So I've managed to find Toby Roberts fresh off the wall, and look, first of all, congratulations on that small matter of an Olympic gold medal. It's a silly question to ask, but has it sunk in yet? Like, are you sort of coming to terms with the fact you are the champion?
It's definitely coming to terms a bit more, but it's been pretty surreal over the last few weeks. I've trained for it for so long, and now to sort of be on the other side, it almost feels a bit strange. Like, not a lack of something you're working towards, but almost you don't know what to do with yourself. So it's really nice to be at this competition, just enjoying it.
And I've heard stories of pina coladas on the beach, which sounds like a perfect way to celebrate for me. Yeah. You've managed to have some downtime then.
It's been really nice to have some downtime. Like, pina colada is probably my favourite drink now. But just got back from holidays, had a week off, like on the beach chilling out. So it was a bit of a spontaneous decision to do this competition, but I really thought I'd just come and try and enjoy it to the maximum, because the Olympics was a really pressurised environment, so I wanted to be able to go to competition without that pressure, not necessarily worrying about how my form is. But qualifications went okay, so I'm quite happy.
It's so weird talking to you, because I remember you sitting next to your dad who's filming over there, like 11 or something, like this tiny boy crushing routes. Now you're the Olympic champion. It's a heck of a progression for you, isn't it?
It's definitely been a journey, and there's been a lot of ups and downs along the way. It sounds pretty cliche, but it's been a really good journey, and to be on the other side of that massive goal, it feels, like I said, a bit strange, but you always move to the next goal. Now I'm psyched to maybe do some outdoor climbing, push like my sort of personal boundary a bit, and yeah, just find another goal to go at, because I love climbing.
How do you find the attention? Because obviously you can't walk into a climbing wall now, I would imagine, without being mobbed by people. Has that been a bit of an adjustment for you?
It's definitely been a bit of an adjustment, because I've always seen myself, I'm just like a climber, I love climbing, and suddenly have people who aren't into climbing, they're recognising me. It definitely feels a bit surreal in that sense, but again, it's great to see climbing on the big stage and people who aren't necessarily to terms with it, like getting into it, so it's really cool.
And just quickly to take you back to that Olympic moment, so it's the final, you're on the lead wall. What was going through your head in ISO when you're waiting there? Because we could see you, there were cameras back there, but what was happening in there?
Well, honestly, it was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a competition, or definitely before a route, and it was really hard to try and get myself into the zone. So I had my music on in my ears, and then before I got out, I just said to myself, look, you only get one opportunity, just relax, just climb, and yeah, just enjoy each move as it comes. And I managed to do that, which is probably one of my proudest climbing moments.
What music were you listening to?
A bit of Eminem, Lose Yourself.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's my favourite song.
I don't know why I wanted to know that, but I did. All right, well, Toby, look, absolutely amazing. And I know like it must all be a complete whirlwind in your head, but watching you was just the most amazing moment for me and for lots of people back home. So congratulations, and enjoy being a champ.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's almost time to get going. In fact, I'm sitting on the podium that will be used later on. But before we do, the internet is a weird and wonderful place, but it's also a great resource to find out about your favourite athletes. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, I think so. In Slovak in 2020, no, Salt Lake City in 2022. Border. Tokyo, like apartment, not huge, but I think one like okay for Tokyo living. I don't know, like I like to try like hardest moves, and I don't have good endurance, so I think that's why I like bouldering. Child, no, but I hope like to have children in the future. Mm-hmm.
There was an incredible atmosphere in the arena in Koper as the crowd roared on the athletes' every move. And of course, the focus was on a certain Janja Garnbret in front of her home crowd. Janja Garnbret had an early slip, an unfortunate mistake that left him down in 8th. Also with an early fall was Al Yurikuza, a bit higher on 16 for 7th. Looking relaxed as he always is Max Berton in his second finals in a row, and of course he hyped the crowd up in the middle. He coped with the pressure well, and his score of 25 plus was enough for 6th. Yannick Floé had a bit of a break after the Olympics and looked fresh on the wall. He climbed the route in his own unique style, muscling his way to just below the roof before falling for 5th. Getting the same score of 30 plus was Shion Omata, and he had to turn on the power, count back putting him in 4th. Fresh off the back of 2 gold medals at the European Champs was Sam Avizo. He climbed his way onto the podium for another impressive medal. Serato Anraku looked like he could challenge for gold. He was effortless as he climbed and rested well between the sequences, but a final big right-hand pop meant he had to settle for silver. The night belonged to Toby Roberts as he made it 2 golds in a row after that win in Paris. Let's see some of his run.
It's going to be a big toe hook out on the right on that huge white volume.
And he's looking tired, but still holding on somehow.
That right crimp is so thin as well.
Yeah, now he's going over to the right hand.
So toe hook in, crosses through.
He's not on the hold yet. There's another screw on his foot. But yeah, really good fight from him.
The route was really tricky. I was a bit nervous to start with because there was a few sketchy moves at the start move I wasn't a bit sure about, and then the press move, but my whole goal of this competition was just to enjoy it, and like that's a perfect finish. I gave like my maximum fight on that route. I couldn't have any more moves even if I wanted to, so I'm really happy I got the most out of myself.
Yeah.
Bling bling.
On to the women, and the crowd were building up to the moment where Janja would walk out. But 7 strong women stood in her way. For Laura Rogera, the route was her anti-style, and she struggled, falling early for 8th on the first big jump. On a run of form is Mattia Pozzi, her 3rd World Cup finals in a row, and she looked confident on the tricky pocket sequence. 7th for her. Erin McNeice was 5th in Paris and managed 6th in Koper, the powerhouse of a climber continuing her form in this breakthrough year. 5th went to Zelia Abazu, who didn't hesitate before the first leap. Her score of 37 plus getting her 5th. Oceana McKenzie was climbing in her first lead finals and continued her great performance from semi-finals. 4th place for her and unleashing all of that boulder strength. So she's got onto her first IFSC lead podium. Annie Sanders was full of determination throughout her climb, locking in the bronze medal. Jessica Piltz won bronze in Paris and she claimed silver here. She was looking good until a big left foot slip, sending her down just before the head wall. So Janja Garnbret, what else is there to say? The home crowd loved every second of her victory, and so did we.
Now it would be really nice to see a top from her.
I just want to see the jump. That's all I'm here for, to be honest. That launch off the black hold you can see on the top of the blue volume all the way to the top of the wall is enormous.
I think you'll get to see your jump.
I hope so.
She's fighting, but she's almost there.
Oh no, she pops before the jump. A disappointment there for the coach.
A foot slip from her.
Yeah, oh, I won't see my jump, but who cares? Because Janja takes another victory here in Koper. That's 2 in a row now for Janja Garnbret.
Yeah, the crowd is absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, like a few years ago when the World Cup was still in Kran, I know I had a hard time performing there because of all the cheering, maybe the extra pressure to perform in front of the home crowd. But I've gotten used to it, and I have to say that I really love now climbing in front of the home crowd with all the kids screaming and cheering and all the people here. So I absolutely enjoyed myself on the wall today.
So that's it for Koper. We now turn our attention to the Boulder World Cup in Prague and Boulder, Lead and Speed in South Korea.